made them correct.
There were eyewitnesses.
But there were martyrs also who actually refuted those claims.
Who died?
That Jesus was.
They died for not believing it.
That Jesus was a prophet.
Michael Servetus.
And not God, right? And they were martyrs killed for that.
The divinity of Jesus.
He didn't deny the divinity of Jesus. He denied the doctrine of the Trinity. He was a modalist.
He wrote a book against the divinity of Jesus.
No, he wrote a book against the Trinity. He affirmed the divinity of Jesus because he was a modalist. You don't even know basic history, man.
Listen.
Michael Servetus was a modalist.
What's a modalist?
Someone who believes that God is in three forms, but they're one person, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, also known as Sabbationism, which was condemned in the 2nd century.
I don't know about your heresies.
So you're wrong. You said he denied the divinity of Jesus.
Tell him, brother, tell him.
He denied.
What was his book called?
I don't know what his book called, but you can go to any biblical.
What was his book called?
Go on Wikipedia.
But he denied the very basic foundation of Christian belief.
But he affirmed Jesus was God.
That's fine. But he didn't accept the Trinity.
He didn't accept the Trinity.
And he died as a consequence.
No, he's accused me of lying.
And he was crucified, killed, burnt to the stake, right?
Well, in the same way that people denied the Quran was eternal, was killed by people who believe
the point George was making, brother George here, was that there were people, early Christians, who believed in Jesus being crucified and resurrected,
and who were eyewitnesses.
And they say they were eyewitnesses, and they were killed as a consequence of that.
Of their belief. Of what they saw.
Of their faith in Christianity.
Right.
Yeah.
But my point to George, a logical point, a rational point was, but they were also Christians at that time
They didn't believe
who did not believe in Jesus' divinity. Hold on a second.
And were
or the
crucified
Trinity.
as well.
And because of that, they were killed.
Can you give me one?
I think Hamza just did give you. So you're saying there were no early Christians that were killed because.
Give me some name. Basilides is one of them.
No.
Basilides.
It's interesting that because who would kill him?
Do you know why they denied Jesus was God?
No.
Do you know why?
That's not the point I was making. But the point.
But why do you put the disciples of Jesus
with all due
over
respect,
men?
Brother, with all due respect.
No, you're not going to usurp the conversation, and you're not going to get a discussion with me in this way. Heckling from the side, saying, no, he's been begging for a conversation all day.
With all due respect,
this is my one day at Speaker's Corner. I really want to know.
Please, he hasn't sworn.
But George,
he hasn't done it because he's good.
George. But with all due respect, if you raise a point.
We've got to finish that point.
If you raise a point solidifying the fact that they believed in the Trinity, they believed in Jesus on the cross, dying on the cross.
Jesus' disciple.
And somehow it validates their opinion because this happened to them, then you have to also equally, if logically, you have to also equally agree that those who were killed for not accepting that validates their belief as well.
Who was killed? You keep saying people who were killed.
Do you? Okay.
So that's
a good point.
What I'm saying is,
do you believe Christians were killed at this time or not?
It's very important. I've got to answer that point.
Do you believe that or not?
You can. I've never heard of people that have seen something, believe in it, and not willing to. How can I say it? It's like
so, George, these people, the early Christians who did not believe in the divinity of Christ or the Trinity.
Were they eyewitnesses?
Are you saying? Are you saying that none of them followed or believed the eyewitnesses?
People that what you're claiming would have been killed because they didn't believe in that the crucifixion.
Yeah.
I would bet my life there were not eyewitnesses to it. This is very important. There were not eyewitnesses to it.
You say that
if there were eyewitnesses, then they would have died a martyr's death.
So you're claiming that they weren't, number one. Number two.
Yeah.
Could it be that they truly believed that Jesus was a prophet and not divine and not a Trinity, based upon a genuine belief and understanding of Jesus' teachings?
Yeah.
That's what
Like the Jehovah's Witnesses.
So
that's the principle.
Arians, whatever they're called. But this is the most important point I've given you, with humility here. Those that did die martyrs' death, though, were eyewitnesses.
But George, that's your claim, George.
Because it was passed down from the church.
George,
how do you know they were eyewitnesses?
George, the reason why you're making that claim is because it fits your argument and feeds your predispositions.
So this man has got valid. Can he answer this point a bit more?
You ask any biblical scholar on the planet, whether Christian or non-Christian, and say, did the disciples of of Jesus believed that he was crucified, they would say without a shadow of a doubt, yes. But your Quran says
how do you know that?
Disciples of Jesus were
how do you know that?
Because we have lots of 1 Corinthians chapter 15.
Well, that's the Bible using tradition.
No. We're taking historical nuggets out of the New Testament. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, even according to Professor Bart Ehrman, comes with the 1 year of Jesus. This was passed down by Peter and James to Paul. They gave him this creed. That's not his creed. One second. Peter and James passed down this creed to Paul, and then Paul recorded in 1 Corinthians.
Peter and James recorded to give it to Paul?
Yes, that's what biblical scholars say, like Professor Bart Ehrman say. That's what he says. And so Peter and James, two of Jesus' closest disciples.
Let him finish. Don't try to touch
listen.
Two of Jesus' closest disciples believed that he was crucified.
Right. Well, how do you know that?
Because I go with what the consensus of the scholars say on this matter.
And how do they know?
Because they study passages like 1 Corinthians chapter 15.
All right, I know. And we're back to where?
Can I ask?
We're back to the New Testament again.
He wasn't a Muslim. He would 100% believe in Jesus' crucifixion. The only reason why he rejects Jesus' crucifixion is because of some book written 600 years later where there's absolutely no evidences from God.
This is what I'm
sorry?
What?
Sorry?
I wish you never said that last bit, man. He's opened up another debate. But you're very good up to now. Thank you. You're helping me.
Yeah.
Now then,
I want to debate.
But when you start talking about stuff like that, you open up cans of.
I know you want to get fame for some reason.
Please don't go. See, I mean, I'm not scholarly.
No, but everything he's just said is in the air.
He's not scholarly
At least it's
All he
something-
did was
at
said
least
some.
it's some
No.
information
He did
for
all this stuff and ended back at where? The New Testament, which is what we're actually testing.
Yeah.
And now he's gone.
Do me a
What
favour.
about
He's
this
there. He's there.
part about Paul?
No, I'll tell you what. No.
He said-
Jaffa. Is Ijaz still here?
Hamza, I've not seen him at all.
I think he was talking to somebody on the camera over there.
But this is the perfect opportunity for this.
This point about Paul, you said to me.
He's debating with Hatton.
Okay. No, basically, we're in a discussion. Yeah, this guy's dying to debate. I think he's seen you and run. He's dying to debate. The whole day he's been begging to debate. He wants a big debate with all the cameras.
I don't want to speak.
What the problem is,
I don't want to speak
he
ill of that
talks
brother.
with an ego into
I know,
it.
but I don't want to speak ill of the brother.
We used to be in the same role at Wembley
Can you
Market.
see that?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the problem.
When you raise a couple of issues, either they just run away, or they start talking about in riddles.
No, you can't say riddles,
but
it should be a little bit more humility so you can be more receptive and discuss it more.
Well, he tried to hijack the conversation. I know you liked it.
As an Orthodox Christian, you want to go back to as far back to the root of the teachings of Jesus as is possible, physically possible, right? And I would humbly say that would mean to be as close to Jesus in his behavior, in the way he slept, the way he ate, the way he drank, because they are the best of example to us.
Did he drink wine?
The best of example to us, right?
Did he drink wine?
There are lots of.
Did he drink alcohol?
Yes, he did.
So he was a Muslim?
What? Stupid statement. What are you on about?
Let's go with that. First of all, let's go with that.
So
these are stupid statements. Like he put his hand on it.
Be careful who you tell your bastard. It's going to get wasted.
What's your name,
I
bro?
love this one.
My name Ruslan.
Imran. Nice to meet you.
Have you got
So,
website?
statements like.
Can I just say it, right? I'm not scared of anyone. I'm more than willing to
No, humbly
why
and
you-
respectfully.
humbly and respectfully.
Yeah, I'm not.
You don't have to be scared of anybody.
I'll debate him, you. All I want, I'm more than happy to continue this. I've been trying to get some cameras from the Christian side to come debate, and for some reason they're not, because they're preoccupied with another debate.
Why do you need Christian cameras?
It's because I want some
Just like you need
representation
to
from my
Muslim
side.
Same thing.
No, it isn't. You've got 100,000 subscribers. I want some from my side as well.
Okay, so this is so. Okay,
Is it about
Let's talk about just for learning anyway.
Because I don't know what you guys might edit, might put in.
this is.
No, it's got a good point.
This is
We don't edit
I'm
anything.
not scared of anyone. I'll be debating.
Wait a second.
The beauty about Islam is that we don't need to edit.
Shall I record it?
Alhamdulillah.
Guys, first of all,
They won't edit nothing.
no one's asking you to be
They won't
scared.
edit. I'm here. I
So
don't want
the
edit.
statement is
I
a
really
strange
want to debate
statement.
Hamza Mayad one-on-one or whatever.
Okay, relax.
And I just want some.
No, not one-on-one.
I'm not being funny. That statement you just made is just ridiculous.
It's absolutely
The same way you said Michael Services denied Jesus divinity.
Emotional statements like.
No,
I'm
but
not afraid of anyone.
you just said, did Jesus drink alcohol? Yeah, how is he a Muslim then?
These are
Because you
No, but it's a good point. because you do say
hang on a sec. You Muslims.
No, well, yeah, but you've got to understand.
Yeah, so this is the problem.
So now he's online, and now he's quoting his online
Why
stuff.
the aggression?
Yeah, this is exactly
Yeah,
the
Why the
I'm not
moving
I'm not
around?
That's right.
I'm not addressing you.
Should be respect. When you give love and respect,
You're
No,
mistaking saying.
We was having a nice conversation. No. See, we was having a nice conversation. Relaxed. You heckled from the sideline, and then you tried to hijack the conversation. You did.
All right. Look, we got to personally.
And even what you said about even the red herring with regards to Michael Serve.
Let's think of some issues nicely. So I can understand his point where he might get a bit irritated.
Why
because
are you
Muslims
going to twist everything?
No, they won't.
So why are you talking? Why are you talking to people who you don't actually have any trust or decency towards?
You know why?
Because
decency
he
towards.
made a video once saying that when Jesus says he declared all foods clean, it's not an original part of the Gospel of Mark. And he said that's because Codex Sinaiticus lacks this. I went on the website of Codex Sinaiticus. It's got that verse in full. So obviously I can't trust him.
Okay, no, wait a second. Was that taken out of the video to hide it?
No. Did I answer?
Yeah, he said, I'm sorry.
What did I say? What did I say?
I come to the park because I either win or I learn.
No, what did I say? What did I say? Did I say you was right or not?
Me. Eventually you did say.
Yeah. Did I delete your comment?
Which comment?
The comment you made on the video. Did I?
Which comment?
The one you just. The one you.
On your video.
When he said.
Oh, your video.
Yes.
Okay. And I responded to it. Yeah.
No, but the thing what I find strange,
Which is good.
Try to hear me out.
You've done that.
Try to hear me out, right? Where did you get this information
No, that's
from?
not the point.
Codex
That's not the point.
What's trying to say
You're
you're
covering up
deliberately
now.
lying.
Royston, you're covering up
I'm a
now.
little bit apprehensive.
Is it Royston?
No,
Because you might post something out there.
No, this is.
So now you're apprehensive about talking to me.
No, you understand that point now.
No.
That's not a point. That's actually not a
It's a
point.
genuine mistake.
No.
This is paranoia. This is paranoia.
Because I respect.
Oh, you can't make a genuine mistake.
This is paranoia.
man.
This is actually paranoia,
and we talk
and we
learn
see
from
this
each
all the
other.
time. You're absolutely being paranoid. Okay, hear me out then for a second, yeah? So
He also said
hear me out for a second. Because you've been saying it, I haven't said anything. Hear me out. Hear me out for a second.
Can you let Imran just speak for 30
Hear me out for a
seconds?
second. Hear me out.
Dr. Imran, you're a doctor.
I'm a doctor, yeah. So hear me out for a second, yeah. So I might need to give you something to calm you down. So hear me out for a second.
He won't trust you. He'll think you're giving him cyanide.
Absolutely. There's a problem here, and the problem here is that you're not actually engaging on a reasonable.
Should we just
level.
move back a bit because I think the cameras we're on top of the
You're not
camera.
actually engaging on a reasonable level. So let me say my sentence here. So there's an assumption from you that of subterfuge, we're tricking people, we're trying to bring information knowing that it's false to the public and we're giving it out. That's not our intention at all.
Inshallah.
That's not our intention at all, inshallah. So is there now, the question is, can we say things sometimes that might not be true in the heat of the moment? It happens all the time.
Yeah, mistakes.
Now,
I make mistakes.
it's a different thing from saying intentionally I would construct an argument and put something there knowing it was false and present it as an argument. That's not what we do at all. Now, when you and what I see, the sort of things you say is we need Christian cameras here to represent, and we're not sure if what you're saying if you might bring something. There's a sort of automatic distrust. Now, when I speak to people in the park,
Not to you.
Okay,
not
no,
to
just
you,
talk.
not to him.
No. Hamza's the same
Yeah,
as
but it
all
could
of
have been a
us.
mistake.
If it's Hamza, then it's me as well. I'll be honest with you.
Can I talk after?
No, can I just say one thing at this point? Okay. And if this is your standard, you need to go speak to Hatun and Lizzie and all these people as well, yeah?
Actually,
I'm not with Hatton.
No, but you need to speak to them.
I can only speak for myself.
No, you need to speak to them. I'll tell you why. Because
Why are you bringing them in?
I'll explain why. I'll explain why. I'll explain why. Okay. You will never ever hear me say something that once I'm corrected, I'll repeat it. Never.
Absolutely.
And that's very important.
What?
The video on that as well.
So you're saying?
What's the name? Where do we look
Okay, let him finish.
How do we find your video?
We'll have a conversation.
Can you let me?
So just so I understand. No, because I need to understand. You're saying that I've said something on video. You said I've said something on video, and you have corrected it, or somebody's corrected it, and then I've repeated the same thing to somebody else. What was that thing?
Thank you. Are you going to let me talk?
Yeah.
He's already late.
Yeah.
20 seconds. You said Matthew chapter 28 verse 19, the Great Commission. This was not quoted by Eusebius, and he said, "Go baptize in my name." You said that. so on, and I've got video evidence of this. I made a video. Go on my channel, Megatron, have a look at it.
Oh, you're Megatron. I've seen your videos before.
Megatron.
One second. And someone put in the comment section,
Transformers fan.
it was actually in 80s, they said, did you know Matthew chapter 28:19 is actually quoted in the full by Eusebius, and he gave the link and the paragraph of it. He comments on it. He comments, so he acknowledges it.
He stalks my comments.
Acknowledges it. Then a month later, or it was 2 months later, he makes exactly the same point, but he's already been refuted in the comment section. So can you blame me for having a little bit of distrust when it comes to this man?
All right, okay. First thing. No, let me answer.
He's half an understanding.
I can answer my question. Okay. I didn't say I said Eusebius quotes baptized in my name 17 times. I didn't say on every occasion.
No, you said, and he never quotes the full.
I said 17 times he quotes it.
Full time, he never said that. It's in the video that he never quoted the Great Commission in the full.
Which video?
All of the. I think it was a guy, a bit of a wacky.
Okay. Do you accept that when Eusebius quotes the Great Commission 17 times, he doesn't say what you claim he says?
And he also quotes.
No. But 17 times he doesn't.
But he also quotes it in the full.
No, I'm saying he doesn't. 17 times.
You make the point that he never quoted. Therefore, in the Gospel of Matthew that he was reading in this time, it did not include this verse.
No.
However, he quotes Matthew 28:19. There are church fathers prior to him that quote it.
Right. Can I just say something at this point again? Because this is annoying. I'll tell you why. I've said many things in this park over the past 4 years that I don't agree with now.
No, you said.
No, I'm saying to you now, in the past 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is we've been coming here, I watch some of my videos and I think, I don't hold that belief anymore. I don't think that's right anymore. Yeah.